Good morning. Today is a day of organizing and getting ready for our first boondocking experience for like 3 or 4 days. Since we finished basically the Tampa show for the RV show, now we're going to take the time for the next probably today and tomorrow, organizing, getting things in place, fixing things that we broke along the way. So I look forward to sharing with you just the boringness of the routine of living this life. Our place is still a complete disaster trying to put things together. Everyone's like, hey, we want a full walkthrough. Well, can't do that until we actually fix things, like our mod that fell off because it was so cold in Kansas City. I will say we're slowly making a way in our garage. We did our first loads of laundry last night, so Sheila's almost done getting ready for the day, and I don't think she'd be too happy if I filmed her first thing in the morning. I'm heading outside to work on some stuff to try to organize the truck, put things that are supposed to be in the truck, and the things that are in the garage. That's a sorting nightmare in itself. So let's get this thing started.
A man and a woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. They didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it
Okay, here's what I've learned. We've chose a rig that has very limited storage capacity because we like the living environment. So along with that comes with some organization problems with the 395 MS, and if you have pre-ordered a 395 MS like we did and then received it, you're getting ready to have a rude awakening. You'll see in a video where I added 2 storage compartments on the back as a modification, so I'm going to be using and utilizing those for basically the electrical cords and the attachments, and the other side will be the dirty stuff, the dirty slinky stuff. So that's the goal on that. And then the small basement compartment over here is what I'm going to organize, and then I also have the truck component where I'm dealing with the whole issue of trying to organize my box and what can go under the box. So that's what this black thing is for. It's gonna slide underneath, and then Sheila will show some of the stuff that we've been doing inside here in a little bit. So don't mean to bore you, but a lot of times I think it's just good to see behind the scenes a little bit, that trying to figure out what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it. That's just part of the process. So everything that I've ever seen is that your poopy water stuff should probably keep separate. These boxes that go underneath here are not sealed at all. So since they're not sealed, they're gonna get wet. Anything you put underneath your rig is gonna get wet. So I'm going to use this box for all the dirty, slinky, cleany gloves, things like that. So we bought, again, we're newbies, so I don't know, but I know we need to rinse our tanks out. So my wife being a planner, she's like, we need an orange. We need orange. That way it'd be danger. So this will be the hose we use to flush our tanks. I don't know. Is this a good idea? I don't know. Watching some of the videos, I noticed that some of these guys, we have gloves because slinky stuff gets dirty, and some Purell after you're done, so that would probably be wise as well. So I don't know. These are not open. I still got to clean the stinky water out here in a bit. I don't know where these gloves came from. These were probably when we were moving, and they got thrown in. These look like more work gloves. We'll put work here. These are more work gloves too, non-slip. Put those over there. Put them in the truck. And this is electrical, obviously doesn't belong here. So that's how I'm going to organize this side. Checking things off the box. So this got a UWS. I researched this toolbox like nothing else. So got a UWS toolbox, so it had enough distance there that we could actually slide in storage container underneath. So that's my plan, is to put things that we generally wouldn't use a whole lot, like a jack, I guess danger triangle things. I don't know, it's unopened. So, and then a siphon pump, somebody said, I don't know. So we have a siphon pump. And then me being who I am, I actually carry around a computer reader in case I blow code in the truck, because that's just my deal. So now my goal would be my hitch that I normally have, like a ball hitch, I'll put in here, and we'll just see what else I can dump in this bucket. I don't plan on pulling this out a whole lot. And it's just, the thing is you're trying to prepare for something you have no idea that's going to happen. And that's the hardest part. I will say that is, it's a lifestyle that you're not used to, and all of you full-timers, you're going to tell me, you don't need that, you don't need that. I don't know. Nobody tells me this stuff. So I am, we're just preparing, and I like to be prepared. I mean, I've got cones. I don't know why I have cones. They just seem like a good idea to have some cones. And FYI, I do read all the comments, or I try to. You guys are growing, like the Switch crew, you guys are growing so fast. But due to the comments, I bought snap pads at the RV show. We're gonna try the snap pads since I lost the red buckets. Fail. And in this box, I don't know if we need them or not. The debate. We have safety chains. Considering that I'm not batting 1,000, let's just put it that way. I'm probably around that 200 range. I'm still in the rookie leagues. So I do listen to the comments. Sheila loves the comments as well. So I can't wait till she shares with you the inside stuff, because we give each other a hard time, but she is brilliant when she comes to organizational stuff. So let's get this thing situated. Okay, ladies, you can fast forward through this part of the video until we get to my wife, the infamous Sheila. Men, we're going to talk about toolbox real quick, because this is my crowning jewel. So the UWS is probably a great choice. It took me a while to get it in. The top part, it doesn't bend in. I feel like I made a great choice. In here I have everything organized. This side, the tray comes out, and underneath this tray I have 2 socket sets, different types of socket sets. Of course I like to keep my truck clean, which is completely dirty right now, but it's been busy. In here, went with a smaller air compressor. You need that for basically airing up different things, but the more impressive thing you need it to air it up for is if you choose the Reese 20K, there's an airbag in it, and you want to make sure the air pressure is good. I learned this the hard way because they did not put air in the first time when we hooked up, and we blew the 2 shocks, and they had to replace that whole thing, and I only towed it once. So there is an airbag in there. You have to learn to make sure you monitor that air pressure. So an air compressor is a necessity in this environment. In here I have my level, I have some different saws. I did construction work for about 20 years. So in here is my tool bag, and then all my different drill packs, things like that. And then on this side I have all of my wrenches and things I don't use quite as much. And then this, I bought this at Home Depot, and it had this Husky thing. And I thought, you know what, this might actually be something good, because I can put small things in. And so It's like small electrical devices, small screwdrivers, of course they just now fallen out. Things that like I can pull apart a laptop, I have tools to do that. I know I have a lot of weird things, but like I said, I have a problem. I like to be prepared in my head. I know I seem goofy because I like to have a great time, but I am a person that really, I have anxiety. And so with the anxiety of not being prepared, I needed to fill that. So am I divulging too much information? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is how I organized my toolbox. You may have a much better way, especially if you guys are full-timers, but for a noob like myself, this is the only way I could come to grips on what I was doing. I mean, I know there's just a lot you have to process through if you're going to be on the road for a while. I give you, oh, people are going to ask the DeWalt. I have a DeWalt combo kit that has everything in it. I'll show you here in a second. I put the drills in here. I saw somebody use like PVC pipe so you can charge, and I'll show you what I did in the basement for that, so I have easy access to those. And I did buy an impact wrench in case I get a flat tire, because I know I gotta be prepared. Just thought you'd want to see this. I mean, if I'm giving you a peek behind the curtain, I might as well show you all this stuff now while I'm still new and this doesn't become a complete disaster. Okay, so before somebody asks, ladies, Sheila's coming. So here we go. I took these and then I put everything so that they can charge. So they slide in and then I use the little bungee to hold them in place while we travel. These I anchored on the side, so then I can just pull them straight out and plug them in. It seemed like the only logical thing I could do. And then down here, impact set. Sorry, it's hard to video and do all this at the same time. So here's my impact set. I actually have 2 impact sets depending on the size of things, but they're there. The red strap's actually used for the canoes that'll go on the back. This is all the storage I have under here, so I'm just trying to make the best. So again, most fifth wheels have huge basements. The one we chose living environment over storage. So we're just having to adjust. I'm learning that's our new mantra. It's fine, everything's fine. Let me finish what I'm doing here. I'll put the electrical stuff on the other side and then we'll go in and Sheila's got cooking. What are you doing?
I've been waiting for this day for a week. It's called Clean and Organized Day.
And Chief's Day!
On Chief's Day. I've been waiting for that for 2 weeks, though. What are you doing?
Shooting video of you cleaning.
It's my favorite.
I know it is your favorite.
I did a load of laundry.
Okay, so let me share what the video's about.
I haven't done my hair.
I know, it's okay. You look beautiful. Okay, I started this video this morning about cleaning and organizing.
Oh yeah, that's today.
I know, she loves this part. And you were in the shower, and I didn't think it would be appropriate to come in and say, okay. So I left you out.
It's a family show.
It is a family show. I shared some of the struggles that we're having on the outside and getting things organized. And then I shared that you would be providing the ladies kind of what you've been doing inside here. So as the day progresses, we'll just share little clips.
Great. It is clean and organized.
Okay, so tip number 1, Sheila, why are you cleaning with a Dyson since we have one of those wonderful vacuum systems?
The central vac, because I think it's a pain to pull out all the hoses and run the hoses throughout, and it's just easier to do the Dyson. And it does a really good job because then you can get in all the cracks and crevices without, it's just handier.
I think they're getting ready to see all of our weird quirks. They thought we were odd traveling down, but they're getting ready to see like our...
Oh yeah, it's about to get really
It's going to get real. All right, let's keep going.
For were
What do you-
concerned.
What do you mean?
Well, because you brought me this, and I was getting ready to go take these to the back. Because, you know, if it doesn't have a place in the RV, it doesn't get to stay.
That is all our sunscreen?
Oh, no, there's more in the back. This is sunscreen and bug spray. I didn't realize we had
Obviously,
so
we
much.
plan on going somewhere.
Well, we had some in the rig. We had some in our pool bag.
See,
had some
deep
in-
cleaning, this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Yeah, this is way too much. We don't need this much. And there's more in the back.
You have a
But-
problem.
I'm trying to protect you.
This is a momentous occasion. This is a full-blown cooking lunch on your new gas stove.
I like the stove a lot.
You do?
Yeah, it's full size, pretty much.
Well, on moving day, don't you put things in the stove?
I put the Keurig in the stove on moving day. But this is Ninja Foodie.
That's new. It's the first
Yes.
time we've cooked in such a thing. We heard
So-
some rave reviews.
Yes, because it's our toaster, it's our air fryer, it's our bake. You can bake cookies in it.
And
so,
it didn't slide off the counter. It's
yeah,
pretty
so it
heavy.
rides there. And it flips up, so it gives us counter space when it's not in use. So it rides like that.
So this is momentous. Our first thing is tater tots.
And sloppy joes.
Oh, and she found the original Sloppy Joe recipe from Manwich because that's my favorite. And she has an onion allergy, so she makes it with onions.
Yeah, make my
It's a win!
win.
All right, after this, we have to do some
Organization.
organizational conversation. But look.
It's not on the ground.
It's not on the ground.
Great. You did a beautiful
we have
job,
a new
honey.
now we sit and wait, and then we have another fix if that doesn't work. But we really like this, so hopefully it holds.
And you did a good job. Look,
We'll see.
I give you.
Oh, she
crap
did
a
give me
lot.
props.
Yeah.
As a husband, we enjoy those things.
I give you crap a lot. But you worked
I got
really
it.
hard. You did a good
I got
job.
it. While she went to Walmart, she drove
Yeah.
the truck to Walmart. So
And I was told it's a bad bleep
truck,
looking truck.
family show. Because a bad bleep is driving it.
That's what they said.
All right, let's eat. All right, lunch is done. We've had a couple hours has elapsed, and so we've been able to put some things away, got some things done outside.
We're not
So,
done, but
we are
we're closer.
so much closer.
Yeah, we can actually walk around.
Yes, and not feel so much stress. But I wanted Sheila to share a couple of things with her organizational skills regarding what we've had to do. And she's like, I don't even know what he wants to talk about.
But you're right. If it's
Okay.
something that I think through that would
People
help
have been
somebody else, that
with
would
this
be,
rig, 395, or
Yep.
possibly in some other rigs.
Yep.
Because you are missing a lot of storage. And so, let's talk about the bunk up here. Can you just tell them what you did up there?
Okay,
So listen carefully. This is a good tip.
wasn't just the bunk; it was also the under the bed. So I created on grid paper the exact size and dimensions of underneath the bed and the bunk, because those were going to be our two main storage places.
Mm-hmm.
And I also then measured out different sizes of totes that were available at the store.
And she cut out little squares.
Cut out little squares
And-
and lined it all out to figure out what would be the best.
So,
fit.
and then she bought a label maker.
Yep.
So up here is, I don't even know if I can show you. She has different totes,
It goes all the way.
and it goes
the way
all the way back. And she has a little chart that tells which is in every tote, correct?
back. Right. So I have you make so much fun of me, but we downsized from a
I
3,000
know.
square foot house to a 1,500 square
Foot
foot apartment
apartment.
to now 350 square feet. So you have to get creative.
Yes.
Everything has to have a spot.
It has a purpose, yes.
So I do in my recipe. I had to downsize all my recipe books
Yes.
and so I also have.
She
a little,
copied all of her recipes
Yes.
into one little thing.
And so in there's a little cheat sheet that says where's that stored. So if I want to know where our fancy clothes are, because you're going to take me out for a nice dinner somewhere, I know.
That's
that
a hint. Is that a hint?
I know that those are up here in the second suitcase to the right.
Oh my goodness. You know how hard that's going to be? I guess we're not telling anyone we're doing on fancy dates.
Well, that's why I put them so far away, because I knew you wouldn't be taking me on a fancy
Oh,
date.
dig! Okay, so we have that.
Yes, and then I did the same thing for underneath
Can we
the
show?
bed.
Can we show underneath the bed? Let's show underneath the bed.
Gosh, I feel like you're showing my...
Well, what else did you do for shoes?
Well, you gotta wait till I can get some of the stuff off the bed.
Un momento. Okay.
Okay.
Lay it on them.
So I did the same thing. I measured underneath the bed, different height because it bumps up underneath. So let me show you. Underneath the bed, and then you had, because we wanted a different mattress, we took the lighter weight mattress off. We bought this mattress, which at 5'2" means I need to hoop myself up into bed, but it's heavier. So you had to make me a little stick.
Yeah, we've slept in a queen size bed most of our marriage, all of our marriage.
Not my
Not by choice.
So under the bed, you made me a stick and a holder there, so that I am not left-handed. You're on the wrong side. So that I can get under the bed, and then each tote was measured out. There's 2 here because those 2 stack perfectly because of the height of this. So off-season clothing, extras that we need to get to, motorcycle gear.
And then here's our shoes.
Yep, it's a little... I have more shoes than you, but works.
These are small spaces too. If you've never been in an RV, or if you're thinking about downsizing, this is definitely something you have to consider.
Yep.
So,
All right, to the garage.
would you like to go to the garage?
Let's go to the garage.
To the garage.
To the garage. So the garage is still in process.
It is. This is the last frontier, and we are slowly whittling away on what goes to the truck,
Moving my way back.
what goes underneath, what we're using, what we're not using. Like that cooler, we thought was a great idea. We need a cooler. You don't need a cooler.
I
don't think we're gonna use it.
The cooler didn't
We're
make
gonna
it.
lose the cooler.
Yeah.
We love these 2 chairs, so we hope to be able to use those. So we'll see.
Okay, so a great little find I found on Amazon was these little doodads here. Because you don't have much floor space, not much cabinet space, so we utilize wall space as best we can. So those work great for just holding shoes up and out of the way.
I think your best find is the organization on the walls from
Probably.
Container Store. So
Yes,
show
from
the Container Store.
So we found a stud here in this wall. So you installed this
Yeah,
for
it's just
me.
what's actually one
Yeah, I can
thing. And so on this I just screwed into the stud, and so it goes down. And then we found she found these different things that slip in, and you can do varying heights.
Yes, I wanted them all the same color, but due to COVID, there wasn't. So that messes with my brain
It's
a
a
little bit,
potpourri.
but it's all right. So it's pretty simple then to just kind of organize and utilize that space as well. But people often don't know what to do. The table that goes back here has these little wire
Yes.
or these metal posts
That stick into the floor?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I used the shoe holder to hold the metal post, and that now doubles as my broom holder. So, double
As you can see, Dyson,
Dyson.
step ladder, and then on travel days this stuff all goes around, so we actually installed some of these clips.
Yep.
And then we clip it together so nothing
Will move.
falls away from the wall.
Yep. None of that moves. And then they also have a
So
large
then
pegboard
Yep.
that we are in the process of putting other things. So just utilizing the wall space as much as we can.
Yeah, because that's been the key component. Next up, I'll have to go over it later. I'm in the process of installing a full internet system that we can use boondocking, which I learned using a Mophie router. Now we got to get the SIM card for that. Then we have to clean all this stuff out that's up here. That goes from when I did the other things underneath the belly. I have to reinstall the protective coating that goes underneath. So that's about it. You think that's some good tips? People were asking, hey, we're looking at other rigs. What do you think of the cabinet storage? Can we show the cabinet storage real quick on a couple little modifications you did on the cabinets?
Sure.
And then we'll just call it
And then we'll do a full walkthrough maybe
when
next
we're all
week.
done. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be all done next week.
Yeah. And we move into the kitchen.
It was a long walk.
Okay, so some of the people have been asking, what are you doing for storage? How are you working through that? Why did you choose this one? Because of the kitchen and the layout. So give us the pros and cons and things that we kind of did to fix some of that.
Yeah, I definitely love this layout. I think it just kind of feels like it's homey, and it's got well-defined spaces.
And she does cook a lot. That's why we need to do like a recipe segment or something. I don't know.
Okay, so one of the things that I ran into is we had plates previously from when we were spending weekends at the lake. So I had plates already. Problem was these plates are just a little bit bigger, and look at how this cabinet spits out. So if you're going to use round plates, I'd recommend actually square plates and smaller, because they can't fit down here. They wouldn't shut. The cabinet wouldn't shut. So that was a bummer, but just got a tier rack to put up there, and it works fine now, except for I just always have to.
And you're short.
I need a step stool all the time, so we move that step stool in here when I'm cooking. But use the above storage for my.
Everything has a container.
Yeah, everything has a container. It's all well organized. That way, one of my things that you did for me that I really appreciate was the pull-out rack for my pots and pans. So, because that tremendously helps. Looks like a hullabaloo of a mess, but I know that they're all stacked in there well.
And if you're doing a 395, you have to realize that when you install these, it is a tight fit. And we had to look at the other modification. We had to change all of the handles because of some issues with the refrigerator hitting. And so we changed all the handles out. And you could tell there's a little rub mark from where it opens and closes. But
it's okay.
I got it to work.
You did get it to work. So that was very helpful. There are only 2 big drawers, and then there's 3 smaller drawers over here on the side. So
And remember that small drawer in that previous video that damaged.
Caused a little problem for.
So you have to. I got to fix that whole thing over there. Got to make sure to stay closed on moving before you push the slide out.
Yeah.
So pantry, how'd you deal with the pantry? Because everyone's asking about the pantry.
At first, I thought, this is just not enough space for a pantry. Now, if it was if there was a lot of us in here, but it actually, everything has a container on the top shelf, pretty much. It actually holds a lot more than I was expecting it to. So it works out. It's working fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. And one of our deals that we wanted was actually a regular refrigerator. We didn't like the other refrigerators that come with RVs. So that comes with its own pluses and minuses as well, because it does not run on propane. So you have to keep that in mind. Again, we're noobs, so we really don't know what we don't know. We're just learning as we go.
Along the journey with us as we learn something new and
kind of go from there. The queen size bed, it came with a king, believe it or not. We took that mattress, cut it to a queen because it was just foam, and we're using that on top of the top bunk for when a visitor comes. And then we bought the queen mattress, and then on the side, since there was a gap, I actually made a whole cabinet on the right side. So it's another modification we did for storage.
I can't imagine we wouldn't have been able to walk around that bed as
You
well.
have to. King size would not work.
It would work.
Yeah, but I'm not like a big guy. I'm almost 6 foot, kind of broad. But just changing clothes and walking around, you just need as much room as you can get. Because she says I'm a bull in a China's closet. Yeah, I sure am. I break more things than I.
Just slow down.
But I could put things back together too.
Yes, you can.
So
you can put them back better than you break it.
Yeah, I do.
So good job.
So hopefully that helps, because we were getting a lot of questions in the comments about just the rig, how we're organizing, what we do to downsize, where things, little things like you don't even think of. So she bought this thing to put on the cabinets to put this in. She goes, well, we need it not to slide around. So we've glued things that won't allow it to slide on the cabinet.
So it travels on travel day right there. It doesn't move.
Yep.
Which with your driving, that's actually pretty impressive.
Oh my goodness, really? Anyway, we're going to go out on a high note. I hope that helps somebody out there. The video is kind of boring, but I really wanted to just give you real life examples of what we're dealing with as we're trying to downsize. So now we're gonna go watch the Chiefs play, and hopefully they pull this win out, which they're ahead. So, right, go Chiefs! You can always tell when the Chiefs are getting ready to play by Sheila's attire. There'll be a Chiefs Red Friday. There'll be a Chiefs jersey. There'll be something on.
We got 2 games left.
I know. We're going for that win. All right. Thanks for joining. Thank you for the new subscribers. It's blowing our mind on how you guys are actually receiving us. It's a big blessing. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like and make a comment. Tell us a suggestion. We're going to do a question and answer session at some point so we can answer all your questions you might have as well. But thank you so much for all the engagement, and we really are humbled by that. So we appreciate that as we continue down this journey. And we're out.